Spinal cord. Okay, we had good practice. The meninges. So we have, from outside to in, we have dura mater, arachnoid mater, and pia mater. So we have the dura mater right here, arachnoid mater on the inside of that crack, and then pia mater that directly touches the outside of the spinal cord. Okay. Then for white matter, it's broken up into regions, so we call them funiculus. Okay, so the posterior funiculus is this region, the anterior funiculus is right here, lateral funiculus is on the sides, so make sure you're oriented correctly with the spinous process in the back, vertebral body in the front. Then the gray matter is broken up into regions known as horns, so we have the anterior horns in the front, posterior horns in the back, and the lateral horns on the sides. And that's it for regions of white and gray matter. Then we're going to go on to the structures you need to know on this model. So we have the anterior spinal root coming off the front side right here. So this is the anterior spinal root right here. Coming off the back side is the posterior spinal root. Once it bulges out and there's a lot of cell bodies, this is now the posterior root ganglion. So then we have the epidural space and subarachnoid space. Going back to the meninges, we have the dura mater, arachnoid mater, and pia mater. Epidural space is just the space filled with fat above the dura mater. Subarachnoid space is below the arachnoid mater, and the way I like to think of it is subarachnoid space sits in between the arachnoid and pia. Okay. Then we have the two lines, so we have the anterior median fissure in the front, posterior median sulcus in the back. So the sulcus is a little bit more shallow, so that's why it's called sulcus. The fissure is a little deeper, so it's in the front. Then the gray commissure is this line that connects the left and right sides of the gray matter, and the central canal is the opening in the middle where cerebrospinal fluid comes down. Okay, and that should be it for this model.